Guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new here, welcome. If you have been with me all this while, thank you so much. So my name is Bertha and I film about faith, relationship, personal development, lifestyle, and all the good things you can think about. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about pay attention to these things if you are entering into the university, all right? Or if you aspire to be in the university. All right, like I said, my name is Bertha Anku, and then I'm a student of University of Ghana, Legon, a distance student, which means that I go to school on weekends. I work on weekdays, and on weekends I'm in school studying. Okay, yeah, life is stressful, but okay. So without much ado, let's be jumping into today's video. Yeah, so like I said, I'm a student of University of Ghana, and then I'm doing Bachelor of Arts program. Okay, hoping to major in sociology because of the things I do. Okay, I love to talk about relationship, I love to talk about social issues, personal development, like I said in my intro, right? Yeah, basically that's what I'm all about. Okay, and I'm also interested in studying societies at large. Okay, so basically that is it. And the first thing I would like to say, okay, for people who aspire to be in a university or people who are even entering into the university, is to take their education very seriously. So I'm assuming that you are in high school and then you want to go into the university. Okay, so I will plead with you that you take your WASI seriously. So the next thing I would like to talk about, for me, I wrote an entrance examination, okay, because I was going in as a distance student, so I have to write a mature entrance examination. So for me, like I said, I passed my entrance examination, then I have to wait for my provisional admission letter. Okay, so on that note, I would like to say that you need to have a smartphone, all right, so because you have all informations on that smartphone. If you are being admitted into the university, if you don't have a smartphone, okay, it's going to be a problem. All right, uh basically you need to have a phone, and in this modern time and age, it is smartphones that we are all having. Okay, so they'll send you a message through your phone that you have been admitted. You have to go and print your provisional admission out. So if you don't have a smartphone, obviously it's going to be a problem. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is to have a smartphone. It is very key and very, very important. Okay, the next thing you have to take care of, okay, is your fees. Okay, in this in the order I arranged my points, right, the fees is the last part, but let me just chip it in here. You have to have at least 50% of your fees ready. Okay, I'm talking from my school's what my school does. Okay, but obviously I think you should be able to have that 50% of your fees down, because when your admission letter comes and then you don't have your fees, I mean, there's no way you're going to be admitted into the university, obviously. Okay, so get your fees also ready as well. All right, so I think the next thing I'm going to talk about is you will need a laptop. All right, now why do you need a laptop? Somebody will say, oh, the phone can, you know, get the information the laptop can get, right? Yes, it's true, but then when you get your admission letter, when you pay your fees, okay, you will need to, for my school we have a website, okay, where you download your learning materials from. Okay, so if you don't have a laptop that has, I mean, bigger memory, okay, there's no way I'm going to download all those stuff that I'm going to learn on your phone. All right, so you need a laptop to be able to download your material. It is very, very important to download your slides, to download your videos. It is very important, at least for distance students. We need to do that. I don't know, I'm not sure of regular students, but I am saying, obviously, I mean, who will go to the university without a laptop? And well, I know somebody who went to the university without a laptop, okay, and it was very tiring and difficult for the person. I mean, I'm not saying without a laptop it is impossible to go to university, okay, but to make things easier for you, you need a laptop to download your slides. You need a laptop to do your IAs, to do your quizzes, and the rest of things that you need to do with a laptop, because some of the features that appears on the laptop do not appear on our phones. Okay, so it's very key and very important for you to have a laptop. All right, now the next thing I'm going to talk about is to join a study group. Now this is very, very important and very key. Okay, so I'm hoping to do another video to talk about my experience in the university. Okay, now joining a study group is very important. Okay, and then groups also create smaller groups, as in WhatsApp groups that you join to what study. Is very important. Those groups helps you in your IAs, in your quizzes as well. There are some informations that you may miss on your learning platform, okay, or on their website, but then you'll be fortunate for somebody to mention it on the platform. All right, so um groups are very important, very and extremely what important. They share random information, okay, even if you know already, okay, that group is going to help you understand it better, or they are going to help you to, you know, elaborate more on whatever the issue may be. Joining a group now, let me even also say this: you are not competing with anybody, you are competing with yourself, unlike in the SHS where you are competing with the number of people you have in your class. Okay, in the university the number is very huge, you are not competing with anybody. You have to, what you have to do is that you have to make your GPA better, so you are competing with yourself. So you are not supposed to be selfish and say, oh, I don't want this person to know what I'm doing, I don't want this person to know what I am learning. It is not done in the university, okay? So there are people who create smaller groups. So initially it's going to be difficult to find a group, okay? But as time goes on, as you find your ways around the school and around the school premises and things that goes on in the school, you will eventually find a group that you can join. They have helped me. That's why I'm also mentioning it here, that you need to find a group to associate yourself with. Now, the next thing I'll be talking about is to pay attention to your student mail. It is very key and very important. Now, you know, times ago, okay, they used to post information on notice board and other stuff, right? I think they still do, but now they have moved it to digital. The only way the university can communicate to you or get to you is through your student mail, and usually opportunities come through those mail. Like I said, the university communicates with you through the mail. There are some opportunities that come, there are some free opportunities that nobody gets to know about, nobody gets to hear about, but then people who are paying attention to their mail are enjoying those opportunities. So please and please pay attention to your student mail. Now, if your student mail is not activated, kindly activate it, okay? Kindly activate it. It's going to help you in the long run. Kindly activate it. And then if it has been activated, all right, and then accidentally it goes off or something like that, please find help to activate it immediately, as soon as possible. And also read it. That is the most important. Try to read your student mail. It is going to give you information that you need, that you even don't know that you need. At this point I'm stating, I even heard it before I even entered into the university. All right, I heard it on the radio, a lady talking about her experience in the university, and she said the student mail has a lot of information. So a lot of people miss that information, but people who read, they get hold of that information and then they make good use of it. So I'm also advising you, and I'm also urging you that if you are aspiring to be in a university, or if you're a first year student listening to this video, please and please pay attention to your student mail, because it is very key and very important. Okay, so let's go to the next point. Now, this point I'm going to talk about is about assignments. For us, I don't know whether to say we are fortunate or unfortunate, okay, but we have our IAs, our quizzes, and in the first semester, level 100, we did most of our examination online. It is only one that we did on site. All right, so when your assignments and quizzes are being given to you, please and please don't wait till the last minute before you do them. Okay, so this is what happens when they give you your quiz or whatever it is, IA, which is interim assessment, just like class test, okay? Yes. Then the quizzes are like assignments or exercises that you do. Okay, so when they give you them, they give you an interval. Okay, some give 1 day, some also give like as short as 6 hours to do your work. So if you're not reading your mail, like I said in the last point, okay, it's going to affect you. And if you are not joining a group, if you have not joined a group, like I said, you won't get to hear it. Okay, so you'll be in hot soup, especially if you're a distance student. All right, so all that I'm saying is that please don't wait for last minute to do your assignments. So they'll give you a time and duration. Maybe they may say, oh, this assignment starts from 6 a.m. Saturday 6 a.m. and it's going to end on the same day, 12 p.m. Now, don't wait till 11 o'clock before you open your assignment online. What if the internet jams up? Okay, I've had such experiences. Okay, that's why I'm also advising you not to go through that part. Okay, do your assignment as soon as possible. Okay, when you even join a group, like I stated in my point, it is even easier to help you do assignments in your IAs. It is even easier. Okay, you bring your idea, the other person brings the idea, you merge it together, you are scoring marks for yourself. It will be very terrible when you miss a whole quiz, when you miss a whole IA. It means you have literally failed the paper. All right, please and please do not wait for last minute to submit or do your assignments. Okay, one thing that is escaping me that I want to address is that when you go into a university, okay, you would have something called what's it called now, matriculation. Okay, when the school authorities, okay, tell you about things that you ought to do as a student and things that you do not have to do or engage yourself in. Basically, they tell you about rules of the school, how the school operates, how the school works, how lectures will happen, and then a few things that are going to help you. Please do not miss that part as well. It's just wisdom not to miss that part. Okay, let's pay attention. For hours we had it online because COVID was very severe and real at that time. It's still real though. Yeah, so please pay attention to your matriculation. Yeah, most of people don't take it. Most people do not take this matriculation thing seriously, but I think as a first year student, it's just wise for you to engage in your matriculation. All right, yeah. So that's just something I want to chip in before I even forget. Okay, yeah, because it's not part of my point. Okay, so let's go to the next point. Now, I heard somebody say mistakes are inevitable, but when committed are very crucial. One thing I would want to say in this video is that do not miss class. It is very important. It is very, very important, especially for us distance students. Okay, we are supposed to be learning on our own. Okay, and then on weekends we are being burdened with a lot of things to do. So if you don't learn on your own, unfortunately, which is one thing I'll be talking about, if you miss class, then I don't know what you are going to. You have missed it. It is very, very important not to miss class. Now, it is very difficult for distance students because on Saturdays you may have other things to do, especially for those who even are married and with kids. It is extremely, extremely difficult. But like I heard, with determination, there's nothing impossible. Okay, so it is very important not to miss class. Do not miss class. People miss class and take it for granted. Nope, nope, nope. Do not, even if people are doing it, please and please do not miss your class. This is one thing I cannot overemphasize. It is very important. And even when we were doing the online class, right, our lecturers were taking what's it called again? They were taking attendance, even online. Okay, and they do take attendance when they are teaching you face to face. So if you miss, and that one, sometimes they give you 10% for it, or 10 marks, or 20 marks for it. So if you are missing class, that point is gone. Okay, so as much as possible and as much as you can, try not to miss class. So please do not miss class. Okay, that is also going to help your GPA, help your points. Okay, so please and please don't miss class. Okay, so the next thing I would like to talk about is, I think I've even said it during the course of this video, is to study on your own, especially if you're a distance student. Study on your own. This is very crucial. All right, it is very crucial because as a distance student, you get to go to class in the weekends. This is only 2 days. The regular students go from Tuesday to Friday, so they are at a better position, or they have the advantage. And even with that, it is only wise for every student to do their own studies. To study on their own. When I say study on your own, I'm not talking about just study on your own, as in you, the only person studying on your own. Okay, but I'm also talking about studying in groups. Study on your own, study in groups. There are some things that you may have oversight of when you are studying, but when you're in a group, somebody may raise that point and then you may get to study about it. Okay, so that's the essence of studying was in groups. And in the universities, like I'm saying, it helps a lot. You are not competing with anybody, you are competing with yourself. Okay, all right, so let's go to the next point. Now the next thing is read your slides before you come to class. Now this is very difficult sometimes, okay, especially for distance today, like I'm saying, where I'm talking more about distance because that is what I'm experiencing. Okay, it is very difficult to do that, especially if you have other things to do. But then once you have made a decision to come to school and you're determined to make it work, of course you can do this by the grace of God. Amen. Amen. So read your slides before you come to class. It helps for better understanding. It won't sound like a new thing to you when the lecturer is teaching or when your tutor is teaching. It gives you more understanding and then clearer understanding. It also helps you to put down your own questions that you may ask during the course of the lecture. Okay, it helps you to just think fast. It's just like studying something one day, okay, and then somebody also saying it another time. So it gives you an informed decision. Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's very difficult to do it. I won't lie. Now, university is very stressful, okay? It is very stressful, but we are going to make it by the grace of God. Once we said we are determined to do this, by the grace of God, we are going to do it, okay? So, reading your slides is very, very, very important, very key, very important. It's going to help you, like all the points that I've stated, okay? And the last thing I said, which I have to say, and I have to say again, I said before, which I have to say again now, is that you have to pay your fees, okay? Universities deal with paying 50% of your fees, at least for what I do, of your fees, to be able to access um registration and even your courses. You cannot access the educational platform like the MIS web for me to go and choose your courses for them to appear on your educational site. That is for me on Sakai Learning Management platform. Okay, you can't get to do that. All right, so please settle your fees. Okay, and there's also something which is I'm going to talk about, but it's not, I didn't state it in my point, that you have to do center registration. Okay, every semester you have to do center registration. Now what does the center registration entails? Now center registration helps you to know where you'll be writing your examination. Okay, now you know that schools, university have centers or campuses. Okay, sometimes you may decide to study, for me you may decide to study at, what's it called again, the main campus. Try to write your exams at city campus or at another campus. Okay, so that is what it all entails. And every semester as well, you have to register your courses. There are courses that you have to change, some that you have to add. Yes, and then also in your first year in university, okay, you have to get better grades in your first year. No two ways about that. Yeah, so I think basically that's it. Thank you very much for sticking and staying through, and then see you in the next video. Bye. Anyways, I hope you love my hair up. All right, that's just by the way. So